Saw something in the spirit. Yes, we are that generation that Pa Elton saw. And he said, yes, a time of a regime of righteousness is going to come upon the land. Oh, many people from different nations will need to come and study Nigeria, because the political story of Nigeria will not make sense when that age comes. From outer darkness into the Holy of Holies. It doesn't make sense. From no light to sunlight, then candlelight, then Shekinah illumination. It doesn't make sense. There is going to be a movement. Yes, there's going to be a movement. And that's why God reserved some anointing for this time that he has not yet exhibited, because he wanted us to come into full alignment and understanding of the Adonai, the master dimension, where you are not the one that calls the shots. You are not the king of your existence. And every mic that you have, you ascribe it unto God as you cast your crown, because only one must be elevated in the days of which we speak. Only one must be elevated. Only one must be elevated. Can we labor again in a moment that the Lord might texture our heart to become tender to obey him again? If we are going deep and we want to confront the siren that lurks in our rivers, that has brought a dark cloud over Lagos, if we want to contend with that siren and shut its power in the territory, then you must be under an authority that is higher than the authority of that siren. Oh, you are quiet. You have not heard of the spirit of Lagos. You have not heard of it. You are quiet. The way to challenge authority to come under a higher authority. That's how it works. He gave commandments unto the apostles that he has chosen. If I want to live long, all I will do is to stay under authority. You cannot kill me because I'm not living for myself. The one that I'm living for, he will show himself what? Listen to me, I tell you this, believe me. For I speak by the mouth of God. The wealth of Nigeria has not yet come. Has not yet come. God knew that the years of the Westers will come. So he has hidden our true wealth as a nation. Oh. Now. I think we need some of that melody. Ask him to texture your heart. Obedience must become a big deal again. Satan manipulated Adam. He modeled the example of rebellion. But when Jesus came, he modeled the example of obedience as the way of the new race. Teach me to obey your voice. The days of copycat are over.
So, beloved, you heard what Apostle Aroma Osayi has to say concerning the nation of Nigeria and what God is about to do. There's a whole lot that he says in this video, and I believe after watching it, you'll be asking yourself that God, when, and all that. But I'm telling you this to give you this assurance that it's going to be over before you know. I know we're going through a lot as a nation currently, And a lot of things is happening in Nigeria that we ourselves we didn't understand. We are asking ourselves, where did we get it wrong? Why are things this bad? This is a man of God coming to give us that assurance, that confirmation that this is what he saw. As you could see, it was in the middle of a service when God spoke to him and told him what he told him, and you heard him say that in this video. And yes, see, they have not discovered oil is not just the only wealth that Nigeria has. See, Nigeria is the Israel of those days. And see, there are things that they are going to discover from Nigeria, but you'll be shocked. I understand what we go through as citizens of Nigeria from our political leaders, and then when you are outside Nigeria, sometimes holding your passport you feel shy and all that, sometimes telling someone you're in Nigeria. See, time will come, you carry your shoulder up, then people will be petting you and say well done for being Nigeria. Because honestly, what we are going through, if a lot of countries should go through what half of what we are going through, it will collapse, honestly. And I'm not saying that Nigeria is better or Nigeria it's this that right now, but Nigeria is a nation after God's heart. That is one thing I want us to know. And God is going to do marvelous things. Forget our evil politicians. All they know how to do is to loot money without creating awareness or opportunity around for the citizens of Nigeria. They are being assigned into office, but they go there at the end of the day, they do nothing to help the citizens, to create job awareness and all that, so on and so forth. What they do is just to go to international funds to take loans. Then at the end of the day, you see that it doesn't amount to anything. When they come, they say they share it among states. They commission this project of 2021. If I don't think they have even talk more of finishing it before we talk about project of 2022, 2023, and we are in 2024. A whole lot. This one will blame one president, will blame another. When President Muhammad Buhari came, he blamed President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan that it was he left things messed up, the issue of Boko Haram, Chibok gets bandits and so on, and so that he was him. The security reasons in Nigeria was not tightened enough. The Sambisa forest, the soldiers did all manner of things, and when his tenure came, it was worse, that triple, 10 times than what we experienced during President Ebele Goodluck Jonathan. And I know a lot of people will be like, yes, we thought he was going to change things. We thought he was going to make a difference because he was head of state during what did I should call it? Oh God. I was head of state during the military regime and all that, and they felt like, oh, he was very strict and all that, so the same hand he's going to use. So I believe 2015, ending 2014, a lot of people were rooting for him because that was when campaign was strong as hell. If you were in the north that time, the northern part of Nigeria, you'll see like it's like the ground is shaking when Muhammad Buhari is coming, campaigning and all that, because people wanted change. They felt like Goodluck Ebele Jonathan wasn't doing enough. He was not qualified for the job. A whole lot of things, a whole lot of mess that time came out because it was that time during the end of his first term. That was when Chibok girls were kidnapped, and some of them are not even returned home to their parents. Some are dead and all that. But we thought that it was going to be better, and then Baba came. And remember, it was Tinubu that put on Muhammad Buhari there because he was in charge of the APC when President Muhammad Buhari was ruling. Why could you people were the one on seats, you were the party on seats, you could have do some things, see some things in order. If you don't want him or he's not doing what he's supposed to do to give your party a bad name, then there are things you can actually do to put a stop to it. Then you still see that the thing is bad, but you decide to choke head and say it's your turn to rule Nigeria. And then now you're saying that Buhari left the system messed up, he borrowed a lot of funds and all that, and they're going to expect you to fight corruption under 24 hours, that the best you know how to do, you're going to do it, that you built Lagos, you were going to build Nigeria. Like, all manner of things. But one thing I want us to know is that these people are the ones that caused Nigeria to collapse, honestly, because if you are a leader that you are corrupt, or you're not there, you're not able to actually push people out of office because they are corrupt, you yourself, you are corrupt. It's as if scratch my back, make a scratch your back. At the end of the day, that is what our political settles are actually all about in Nigeria. It's not about commencing jobs and make sure that they are well done and all that. No, it's not like that again. And I don't blame the Igbos for actually fighting for freedom and all that, because honestly, if Biafra come, I feel like the Igbos will give it their all 100% and make sure that it's a nation that it's better and thriving more better than Nigeria. Thank God it's within Africa, and it's just within states. It's how much you 2K you don't enter another Igbo country, like all those things. So who knows, things can be different. The story will change when that time come, and all that will all jubilate and say glory be to God. At least if one no work at no couple head for the second one, because but this is God giving a confirmation. This is God giving an assurance that there are things that are actually going to discover from Nigeria that will be shocked. There are some mineral resources they are going to discover, and I believe that in the northern part there is a video. I don't know if I still have it. I'll put it here for you guys to see. There was some mineral resources that were actually discovered in the northern part of Nigeria. They didn't actually make mention of the name. It's not gold, it's not diamond, it's not silver, but it was on a whole new different level of discovery. And I was like, good, things have been discovered and all that. And there are some things that I actually discovered that didn't make it to the news, but didn't even make it out of the state or community. But some communities are suffer and they are able to speak out. That is why sometimes you see some videos of this mineral resources, you ask how, when did they discover this one? Because communities are speaking up that they are just using them. When they discover this thing, they promise to come and develop their community. The next thing they'll do is to send bandits, Fulani herdsmen and all that to attack them, just to take these mineral resources and just to shut them, turn their village upside down. Then they bring excavator to just dig and take away their mineral resources, which is very bad. Some of the people summon courage to actually record some of the mineral resources and put it out there and also speak their truth. So let's just pray that God actually come and take over, just like the man of God has said here. So that is just the video I want to share with each and every one of us. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you. I'll see you soon.